So hello guys once again, and how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chinna of Gillette Style Glam. If this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for being here. And if you've never been on my channel before, well, if you're already subscribed to my channel, sorry, you're so welcome. How are you all doing today? Today's video, I'm going to wade in. I'd actually promised I was going to talk about the Taraji story, Monique and Steve Harvey. Yes, I had made this video the first time when when Monique went on the Steve Harvey show, and she talked about this issue with Netflix. In all honesty, in that video, I would say that I just, I like, I do love Steve Harvey and I love me some Monique. And I think I was just trying to be on the fence about it, because at the time I just felt, well, if Monique was, if Monique felt this way, okay, then it has to be valid. And Monique actually outlined she outlined a series of things. She outlined Oprah, she outlined Netflix and boycotting Netflix. She outlined all of that. And what I know I said at the end of that video was, well, Oprah needs to apologize to Monique because she actually did something to Monique. And I'm sick and tired of arrogant people, y'all. I'm serious. I'm sick and tired of people who are arrogant and feel like they can treat people the way they want and then decide they can, do whatever they want. You went on air publicly and did something. And then you said you have apologized, but you then write it in a tweet or an interview or something. It's not the same thing. The same medium where the error or the mistake happened should be the same medium that the correction should take place. Point blank, period. That's it for me. So if Oprah says she apologized to Taraji whenever, well, I don't know, because what happened on the show, the whole world saw. Then why can't the whole world see you apologize to Monique? That's it. Now, let's go back to the other issue of the money. Monique came and was very clear with Steve Harvey, said it's about the integrity game. Steve Harvey, as we all know today, in the wake of the Cat Williams interview, we now know is full. It has to be said. That said, we then realize that in the long run, Monique was right. Every step of the way, Monique was very correct. Why do Black actresses, entertainers, why do they have to be paid so little? Why? They draw in the numbers. They draw in the crowd. They draw in the money. And then you still treat us like crap. And this is something that I feel so angry about. And that is why I'm one of those people that when I see I'm sorry, but when I see Caucasian businesses making ads with Black people, especially when there has been a very white crew for the longest time, I kind of feel like this is a way to, you're only trying to buy me. That is how I feel. I don't feel like it's genuine. I feel like, well, you're doing it because everyone is. And it's the same thing I see in France. You go on a billboard where you've always seen white people. Now, most of the billboards in France, you see Black people. And I know that for you to even get a job in those places is hard. So what are they looking for? They're looking for my coins. They're looking for my money. And that is one of the reasons why I will forever be a Nigerian brand fan. And when I say Nigerian brand, I'm talking about the fashion, because I'm Nigerian. I'm Igbo. I wear most of the things I wear with pride. And when I want to have my outfit, I've said it before, most of my clothes or whatever it is, I actually order them back from home from Nigeria. You know, I will forever stand Nigerian designers. Whatever it is they're selling, it may not be good. Some of them, I have a pair of shoes that was made for me by a Nigerian shoemaker. Okay, I accept it. I paid, but I wanted it because it came from someone in my country. Point blank, period. You know, and so when you realize this, I mean, look at it. We are seeing it here. Cat Williams chose wisely and said it had to be Shannon Sharpe. Went to Shannon Sharpe. He proved something. Cat Williams just proved something. That if we always move with each other, if we hold on to each other and ourselves, we will make it. We will rise. Shannon Sharpe is unbeatable. I'm going to show you the statistics as of today. That Club Shay Shay is number one. For the books, for the record, for history. Because that is somebody who's actually thinking. Cat Williams said, I got to do this right. Simple. I got to do this right. And so, what I'm saying in essence is, yeah, Steve Harvey sold out. I didn't say that before. Now I'm saying it. He did sell out. Yeah, he did. Monique was very correct. You know, from the get-go, she was very, very correct. Then, Arie, God bless her. I haven't seen her on the screen since the 90s. She was one of those people. I remember when I used to watch MTV in Nigeria, and her music would come up, and I remember where she was wearing the long skirt and the sleeve and the badeur, white badeur, and her with her head tied with the afro. You know, she looked so pretty, and I haven't seen her on the screen since then. Arie gave us in detail statistics, okay, of the kind of crap black entertainers, actors are dealing with. I'm going to put it here on screen. And so, it was Taraji and Ellen Pompeo, you know, and this was on Instagram. It's on her Instagram actually, and she cites Taraji's accolades: Color Purple, Empire, Proud Mary, Benjamin Button, Hustle and Flow, Hidden Figures, Minions, Karate Kid, Baby Boy, Annie, Muppet Haunted Mansion. Muppet Haunted Mansion, $175,000 per episode. For movies, $175,000 to $500,000 for movies. Ellen Pompeo, Grey's Anatomy, only $500,000 per episode. 5 million signed bonus by the third year. Please make it make sense. This is upsetting. Make it make sense. She also said, in 2022, when I boycotted Spotify, everyone made it about the racist white guy. I said over and over again, he's been doing that. If the comedy community permitted it, shame on them. What I cared about was that Spotify had built its wealth on the backs of black artists. They can find $200 million for him and literally take our music for a fraction of a penny while he says the N-word. And I called on the record labels to speak up too. No one really cared. In 2022, again, when I called out the biggest hip-hop artist in the world, Jack Harlow, for knowing nothing about black music, folks made it about him again, saying, why would he know Maxwell, Aaliyah, Brandy, Frankie Belvere, and Maze when he's young? But he well knew Fly Like an Eagle by Steve Miller, released in 1976. He took Brandy to the BET Awards and acted like it was all cute. I've been begging you all to look. Meanwhile, Rhapsody and Tara Wack, and so many other black hip-hop artists have yet to get Rolling Stone covers and certainly have yet to be paid the worth. The systemic racism is crazy and it's draining artists of their love. This is what Taraji P. Henson is saying. It's what I have been saying. I got dragged while putting myself in line for all of us for saying a 9-minute CNN interview that I didn't think Joe Rogan wasn't racist. What I meant by that was, I'm sure he doesn't think he is. He thought he was being funny. We know what racism looks like. We don't have the luxury of not knowing. But why didn't people care? Black artists just want to be respected and paid fairly. Period, period, period. And then she sends a little message to Taraji and says, Dear Taraji P. Henson, I stand with you and always have. And all of the black actresses and musicians who struggle to feel inspired because we work twice as hard and get paid half as much. Add being a woman to that, and now you have the black tax and the pay gap, and we're still out here trying to do what we love. The shit is real and hurts like hell. And people are always asking me when I'm going back out on tour, when I'm releasing another album. I've released 8, by the way. Most people are surprised, but that. I'm tired and I'm trying because music is the love of my life. But this society and this industry make it so hard to be a black female anything. Artist, actor, musician, mother, wife, doctor, lawyer, scientist, athlete. It's hard. At the very least, acknowledge our struggle and don't make it harder by lack of support or worse, actually speaking against us. I got death threats by white people and laughed at by the black social media outlets. Make it make sense. So, Taraji, thank you for a deep bow of respect for speaking up for all of us. We black women artists are fighting for our dreams and our hearts and our lives. To those who ask how we support me, buy and stream my music, blah, 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 blah. So you can read the rest there. Now, something she said in this message resonates, where she said, make it so hard for to be a black female anything. I'm going to end this video with a story. We're in 2024 now. I think 5 or 4 years ago, I took a 1-year hiatus from after my MBA to go to rest because I felt I was about to explode. And after I took that hiatus, I got back. Now, I didn't just get back. I decided, okay, I wanted to work on myself because a lot of things were going on. I've talked about it, my weight loss, how I began my weight loss program and my weight loss journey. And so, I recall on one of those days, I went for a job interview. It was a job dating or job networking thing. And I went for an interview. Now, mind you, since I moved to France, every year, I remember when I first came here, I did about 2 trainings in the back, almost back to back, because I worked and then went for another training, work, and it was something I did because the system makes in such a way that when you work, money is being saved for you that you can actually use if you want to train. And so I went for this, job interview. I mean, this is me coming out from a 1-year hiatus, and I needed to, do something. When you begin to feel the pinch of no money. And I, looking all cute and all dressed up, I was there on time. I got there. And this man, I meet him and he says to me that, yes, we're actually looking for someone, in this role as assistant, as the import-export manager. Now, import-export in France demands that you have a good level of English because you're going to be, that's the language of trade. I had it. Coupled with that, I also had an MBA. Coupled with that, I also had a diploma or in, import-export. And I said, okay. And, we sat down and I spoke about my role in my previous job. So apparently I knew what I was doing. I knew the whole thing. And this was me. It was supposed to be a role where I was going to be handling and managing a team. The guy takes my CV and he looks at me. And with a very beautiful smile on his face, he says to me, "You're a beautiful woman. One of the reasons you're not going to get this job, I kid you not." He said, "One of the reasons you're not going to get this job is, one, you're a woman. Two, you're young. That means you can still have a bit, you can still have children." I was told this, no lie. I can never forget that day. I can never forget it. He said, "You're still young. That means you can still have children. So you are a mom, you're a wife, you have responsibilities around you. So I'm sorry." Yeah, I was told that. When I came back, I went back to the employment agency and I let them know. And then they asked me to take up the matter. I'm like, "No, I ain't taking it up." Because what you just do when you do such a thing is you blackball yourself. It's just what it is. Taraji, same with every other person who has dared to, they don't say you are blackballed, they say you blackball yourself. And I said, okay. I told them, I said, "I'm not doing anything about it. And I won't do anything about it because you're all aware. You all know. In this country, you get to a situation whereby you're told that because of your age, you can't do a job that you're more than qualified for. You cannot access certain programs that you have the qualifications for." That is where we are. And so when she makes that statement, I understand because I have lived it. I still live it. I know it. It exists. Because normally they will first of all tell you you don't speak French. And then by the time you're able to speak French, combat all that, then it begins to go to the reasons why. Till today, there is another job I had. Till tomorrow, I have no clue why I was not hired for that job. The experience told my story. I was on call as should be. There was nothing that was not up. There was nothing. And after all, they told me that I needed what was called a certificate. It's called a certificate RNCP. I called the body here in France that is responsible for that and said to them, this is what the demand was. The first question they asked me was, "But did you get your degree in France?" I said, "Yes." Then the woman said, "You have no business being with me." Point blank, period. Because the moment you have a degree from France, it covers the basis. And the woman was like, "Well, I don't know why they are telling you all that. That much I know." And it's just to tell you the red tapes and the bottlenecks and all these things, the finance, because I mean, you just see it, you know it, that it's all about removing that which makes these people powerful. That's it. And so, yes, Monique was right. Monique was right every step of the way. And mark this, more actors. Kat said 2024 is a year of revelation, and it's going to happen. But this just shows where we are. This just shows the problem of Black people. And it's not just in the United States of A. It's everywhere. In Europe. In the Americas. You name it. And on this note, guys, thank you all so much for being here with me. Do leave your comments in the comment section below. Do leave your opinions. I want to hear from you guys. And not fail to subscribe. Thank you all so much for being here with me. Thank you. Mwah.